Hi, everybody. So there's an old story that you may know about a person who was riding a horse, and the horse is galloping very, very fast. And the person is urgently going somewhere very important, seemingly. And a bystander stops and says, "Where are you going?" And the rider says, "I don't know, ask the horse." And this is very much like our habits, right? Many times with eating, we aren't in the present moment. So the practice of conscious eating is very simple. It's about just being 100% present when we eat. We walk when we walk, we eat when we eat. In my mind, it's meditation meets nourishment. And there's so many benefits. There have been a lot of research studies that link it to digestion, health, lowering blood sugars, weight management, emotional eating, binge eating. So you may be wondering, where can I learn how to do this? And I want to tell you right now, you already know how. And when can I practice? The amazing thing is, it's often so hard to find time to carve out for a meditation type practice, but we eat all the time. You can practice every single time you put something in your mouth. So remember that habit horse, though. We're often very distracted, right? We have a lot of things going on in our lives. If you can't see the slides, it's two people sitting at the table, and they're more involved with their texting than their food. And often, perhaps, we are present with our food, but our mind is full of so many thoughts about what we're going to do for work or something about the kids or everything that's going on, and we're again not present with the food. Which brings me to Antonio Stančić. This is a true story and always has fascinated me. He was a Yugoslavian man, and in 1943, unfortunately found himself in a hard labor camp with German Nazis. And of course, you know the conditions, and life was very rough, and he had only maybe a piece of bread or chicory coffee, potato soup if he was lucky, and he learned to chew and chew and chew and found he was getting more energy and nourishment. So the practice is very much like Gandhi said, eat your food and chew your drink. The end of the story is truly miraculous. Out of 32 prisoners, there were 3 survivors. It was Antonio Stančić and 2 friends that he taught this practice to. Everybody else perished. And so I like to leave you with that inspiration as we do this exercise. And if you have a piece of food, let me know or chat it out, because it's really helpful to know if you do. If not, I'm going to just ask you to do this virtually in your head. So what you're going to do, just like we were doing with Sachin, is go ahead and close your eyes, and if you have something in your hand, just hold it in your hand or imagine that you are. You'll do this the very next time. So close your eyes and take a nice deep breath and just center yourself and bring yourself to the present moment. And then open your eyes and go ahead and look at this object in your hand. And don't just look at it, but really look at it. What color is it? What shape is it? Does it have ridges? Is it smooth? Notice everything about it. And tune into your hunger, and even think about the journey that this little piece of food in front of you took to get into your hands. And then bring it up to your nose and go ahead and smell it. And then take a bite out of it. If you can, if it's something where you could just take one bite, or I see Dinesh has something to drink, just take a sip and don't chew, just let it swirl around. And notice if your mouth is starting to salivate, the food breaking down, and just notice what it tastes like. Be completely laser sharp focused on the process, and then begin to chew. And if your mind wanders, just come back to the present moment. What does it taste like? Is the flavor changing? Is your mouth still watering? And go ahead and don't do anything else and chew, and the time to swallow is when it becomes completely uniform. Remembering, as Gandhi said, chew your drink and drink your food. And that's the experience. It's a beautiful plate by Susan Albers that goes through the 5 concepts of mindful eating or conscious eating: awareness, savoring, observing, being in the moment, and non-judgment. I like to end just by saying it's a really light practice. A lot of times people take it on like another chore. Oh, I should have eaten more mindfully. But the most beautiful thing is you can practice every single time you eat. There are so many opportunities.